That's right. Blast off in outer space with Underground Noise Webzine as we talk with Michael from Steel Rhino today. Today's
Hi,
webisode 134. Al being your host, Rhino being your co-host. How you doing today, Michael?
it's good. It's good.
That's good. That's good. The first question I would like to ask you is how
Yeah,
did you come up with the name Steel Rhino? I think you named it after the co-host.
yeah. No, it's actually a funny story because I one of my favorite movies is Rockstar with Mark Wahlberg, uh, and yeah, and the band name there, the band is Steel Dragon. So I was like, can I name the band Steel Dragon? And I was like, no, I can't do that because probably copyrighted. So I was at the zoo, and I were because this zoo had a lot of different kind of animals, and it was like this Africa theme part, and there was a rhino going lonely on the savannah, uh, and uh, and it was like Rhino. That's a cool name, Rhino.
I agree.
Yeah. And it was like, and then I just put one and one together, and yeah, it became Steel Rhino. And I think it's Steel Rhino. It sounds tough. It sounds dangerous. It's like yeah, like on the first album, the starter of the album was Rhino Attack. It couldn't be better. So yeah, yeah, it became that name of that the lonely rhino going by himself doing his business.
I see that you guys are described as hard rock, but the way I had heard it was like power metal, kind of like Blind Guardian, a little bit like Ice Earth.
Yeah, cool,
Is that
cool.
is that what you guys were going for? Is that what you were driven by to make your own sound?
Uh, I would say like this. My top influence are Manowar, uh, and yeah, and Accept from Germany, and Avantage, a little bit melodic. Uh, and I'm also a pretty big Kiss fan. Uh, so I think the first album was a lot of mixed genres. Uh, but the second album now is I think we have found the sound. I would say also almost it's a little bit hint to the heavy metal, but with the melodic sound from it. And some people say power metal, and some people say, oh, it's 80s hard rock. So yeah, it's on the eyes of the beholder, what they think. I'm not that into like it must be I only play power metal or I only play heavy metal. Is yeah, I like both. So it doesn't matter if it's power metal or heavy metal. Uh, so yeah.
Either way, you guys have a great sound. And I was just jamming on the song Judgment Day before we started
Yeah,
the podcast, and I couldn't get enough of it. So I had to listen to it at least 3 more times. So
cool.
I love it, man. You guys have a new subscriber. So when you get a chance, subscribe back. Underground Noise Webzine.
Yeah, will do.
Found you guys under Steel Rhino topic because sometimes you have to do it that way because sometimes it comes up as Steel Rhino, but it's not the official, YouTube channel. So I guess
Yeah.
they put topic in there. And
Yeah.
speaking of rhinoceroses, we're going to hand it over to Mr. Brian Reinsfelder, Rhino himself.
All right. If you could credit one artist or album for your musical journey, who would it be?
I would say Kiss. I don't know which album actually. Maybe Revenge. Revenge Kiss. I have taken a lot of influence from that album in my whole life. And also, if you look at the last album from Steel Rhino, it's a lot of influence from that album, Kiss Revenge. The whole this patches with the steel background and all that. So yeah, it's a little bit taken from that album. But I have listened to everything. I would say Kiss is my first band listening to, because my father's brother saw Kiss when he was young. My dad is a Kiss fan. My cousin is a Kiss fan. I'm a Kiss fan. So it's like, yeah, it's almost this Kiss fan in our family. So yeah, it was pretty easy to stick to that.
Very cool. Real quick, Al, what was our safe word again?
10 minutes.
All right. Let me see. All right. Musically or non-musically, advice that you would give to your 10-year-old self.
Just go for it. Because like I told someone the other day, it's like, when I started Steel Rhino, I'm a drummer. I don't actually can write guitars and bass and all that, but just go for it. And I didn't want to be this 70-year-old dude sitting there in my chair and like, oh, I wish I would do that, or I wish I did that. And it's just go for it. Money is it costs money, but money comes and goes. So yeah, it's better to spend money now and have the money when you're old, and have fun when you're young.
Absolutely. All right, bit of an odd question, but you get to bring one musician back from the dead. In return, you have to sacrifice a modern musician. Who's coming up? Who's going down?
Okay. That's pretty hard. I would say bring one back. I would say probably, I don't know why, but I like Prince. Prince had a really cool stuff. Or I'm thinking of someone in the rock and roll. I'm not that into like AC/DC, like Bon Scott or like those guys, but maybe Prince. That would be a really cool to see what he would have taken from now, to now. But there are really many people. I don't have them right now in my head. And someone I would toss in front of the train. I don't know. It's really hard because I don't have any name on that one.
All right, we'll just go with Yoko, though. Everyone agrees on Yoko.
Yeah. Yoko is good.
What you got, Senior Al?
Well, let's see here. The album In Rhino We Trust, as I know, is your latest release.
Thank you for that, by the way.
I thought it was rather interesting that you guys chose that title. What song happened to be your favorite from that? Because with me personally, it was the title track itself and also Judgment Day.
Yeah, I would say my favorite song is it's hard because I love all the songs, of course. Like in Rhino We Trust, it's the song I've put more time into. It's the song that took the longest time. So that has a special place. And it's also the biggest song, because I told another guy a couple of days ago about that song, and I was like, the last album I had a song with that called Still Rhino, and that song had, I think it was like 15 or 16 tracks in the Logic program with the guitars and drums and all that. and I think In Rhino We Trust had like 65 tracks. So it's a really big track. I think it was like 45 gigabytes of memory from my computer. Just that song. So it took it. So that one. But I also love Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. I think that's a really cool song with this little bit creepy, creepy evil sound, and then it just explodes in the chorus, and it just builds up from the beginning to the end. So yeah, maybe those two, but all the songs are really good. And if I check my Spotify, it's like Stand Up and Shout is one of the biggest songs right now playing. So yeah, it depends on the feeling you feel right now.
That's really cool, man. It's good to have a favorite here and there because sometimes they stand out to be crowd pleasers eventually.
Yeah. It's like one of the songs, "We Rise." I thought that were like, it's a cool song, and I really loved the sound it became of that song. But I didn't think it was like top 2 played songs right now. So sometimes you think, think one song and then it's just another song, and the song you think is not the one song that people loves 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 that much like you do, and vice versa. So it's pretty fun time right now to just follow the album and see what people say, and which song they are like listening to.
I was going to ask you what the writing process is like. Like, who comes up with the lyrics, and also, how long does it take you guys to finish one song? Like, what's the longest it ever took to complete at least one?
Yeah, if we start with the songs begins with probably I'm at my work, and I come up with a riff in my head, and I record it on my telephone. And then I come home and I record it in my computer, and then I put like this fake drums just to have something to keep the track. Or I maybe sit behind the drums and I play the drums that I think would be awesome. Sometimes it starts with just the drums, just fooling around on the drums, and this is really cool drum part. Let's play this and record this and that. And then I have my friend Philip, who I played in another band also. So he translate my singing, because I'm not a guitarist, I'm not a bassist, I'm just a drummer and a lyric writer now. So I sing the guitar parts in my phone, so it sounds really bad. It sounds really crappy, and he translates the singing to the guitar parts as I want in my head, how it should be sounding. And then we do this demo song from that, and then the writing starts in that part. It could be me writing the lyrics, or I have 2 guys. I have Chris L. Svensson. I have played before with. He's an awesome lyrics writer. And I have an Australian guy named Darren Phillips, also really good writing lyrics. So it's a little bit collaboration with those guys also. And then we write front and back. And then I send it to Herbie that puts the vocals on it. And he puts the vocals, and then he sends it back to me. And then the song takes about, just from getting the songs done and to the finished product, is maybe a month. Because when I had the song with the guitars and the bass and the song and vocals and all that, I want to cut down the song in pieces and try different things. So sometimes I like take the choir and try it on different parts of the song that I think it should be on. So yeah, I think in Rhino We Trust song, we started with that in maybe August last year, and it was done in maybe February, March this year. So it took almost 5-6 months on that song just to have it as we wanted it. So yeah, it takes a lot of time. When me and Philip are recording the songs, we can almost record one finished song from start to finish in about 4 hours. So we have the song, a fully good demo version to listen to, with guitars and bass and drums and all that. So from 4 hours to 5 months. It depends on what song and how much you feel that you need to put in the song. Like some of the songs today is a little bit more choir and strings and bells and all that. So it's a little bit more to fill out the gap. But if you take like Blades, it's just guitar, bass, drums, and vocal and choir. So it's no strings or like that. So it gets a little bit faster to do that song.
That's an amazing answer. I like that.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, you guys are located in Sweden. What do you guys like to do when you have a day off from the recording process? You guys go out and about, go to local shows?
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes we do that. The band isn't really right now. The band is like a project, so we don't like the singer is living in Germany, and Philip and we live like maybe I don't know in miles, but maybe 20 minutes from each other. So yeah, sometimes we meet up and do things, go on concerts, or I play concerts with another band I play in. So yeah, sometimes we take it just easy, but it's a lot of like if we take from now when the album is done, now it's like, okay, now we don't see each other because we have put so much time here in the studio. So we're like talking on the phone maybe once a day, like that. But yeah, sometimes it's just good to just lay back and be in the sofa and just chill, also with a beer in the hand and just chill.
I can dig that. Hey, Rhino, you want to ask Michael some questions?
Absolutely. First, though, you forgot to introduce Roger, our third co-host.
Yeah. That's right. That's Roger Wilco.
Okay.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to confess to Roger?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay. Seriously, what do you think lyric wise was the weirdest inspiration for a song you've written?
I wrote a song with a friend for maybe it's maybe 15 years ago or so. It was like this garage band we had. We were sitting in his room and just playing some guitars, and we came up on a song called Demons from Hell. It was really crappy song, but it was about a demon that came from hell, of course.
Okay.
And it wasn't any it was like, how many times can we say hell and devil in the words? So yeah, it didn't become a song on the on our CD or album. So So yeah, it's just a song that we wrote.
You know, I like
Too cool.
that question, Rhino, because that takes me back to when I was a kid and I was coming up with my own idea called Ugly Weirdos, and I wrote a
Yeah.
song called "It's a Banana." Why, I don't know. It just came out of nowhere. Wrote it down, wrote the lyrics, wrote the music, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
What else
Too
you
cool.
got, buddy?
Well, I like asking this most interviews because I get very different answers. Have you had any paranormal experiences?
Yeah, actually, I have.
Finally.
Finally. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's pretty like this. I have never like, because we have here in Sweden we have these paranormal TV shows and all that. And yeah, and when you don't have seen the things, you don't like, yeah, then you just like, yeah, it's fake. Of course it's fake. There is nothing. Then I bought this house I'm living in now, on the countryside. And I was sitting eating with my girlfriend, and I had just bought like these security cameras, and I had a security camera on my upper floor, and it was totally black because it was in the winter, and Swedish winters are black. It's just dark. So the top floor were no light, and it was black. And I was like telling her, "Have you checked our camera, because we have this so we can like take a photo from the camera and see in the night vision." So I was like, "Yeah, yes." I was like, "This is really fucking awesome." So yeah, check this out. So I pressed the photo, and then I showed her, and she was like, "Don't you see?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And I was checking the picture, and I was like, "No, it's just black. It's just the top floor." And she was like, "But don't you see?" And I was like, "No, I." And then when she pointed it out, it was like the contours of a human being
Wow.
standing there in the photo. And then I was like, okay, how can I explain this? It's not like, yeah, there is my friend is up there, because it was just us two there. And it was not dust or like that, because it was really creepy, but it was actually a little bit okay, fine. Now I know, and I was calm with it. So yeah, that's my paranormal activity there.
That's a Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
just
it was.
thinking of
Yeah.
just thinking about the view. Can you see the aurora borealis from Sweden?
No,
No?
I live down in the south, but
Okay.
actually, I think it was last year maybe, or on the Corona year maybe, 2020 to 2021. There was actually some days you could see it here down in the South Sweden also. But it's mostly in the top of Sweden you can see it.
Nice. All right, let me turn it to Al.
You know, speaking of stuff like the aurora borealis, have either one of you ever seen Northern Lights?
That's the aurora borealis.
Oh, that's the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, color me blonde and call me Adonis. Shit, what do I know? Yeah.
Are you off your meds again?
No, not today. Sorry, sir. You got me mistaken for Roger. But no, anyway, do you guys have any upcoming gigs?
No, not really. Not right now. We haven't had any gigs with this band or this project.
It'd be
I
pretty
really want
expensive
to.
right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Just everyone
Like,
flying in. I mean,
yeah, and everything now is fucked up with the prices and all that also. So yeah, it's not uh, not economy based right now, because it was like we were going to a gig in Los Angeles the beginning of the year with with my other band, and it was like just to have us this I don't know what to call to just to get the band in to play in America was like, I think it was like maybe $55,000 for us five, and yeah, we don't get that money to play. So yeah, and then the flight on that, and yeah, so I'm hopefully for to get some gigs. I had some requests to play next year, so I'm thinking about how I can manage that right now. So hopefully next year, but I'm not in a rush. I want it to be the right gigs and the right circumstances, because if nobody listens to Steel Rhino, nobody will come on the gigs, and I want to like see first that the CD goes well, and the streams are getting higher in the amount, and all that, so I know that okay, people will come and see Steel Rhino. People want to see Steel Rhino, because if like 10 people in the world listen to Steel Rhino, who gonna come to the gigs, and then it's just gonna be like, because I don't like to play for 10 people when it's a big venue maybe.
No.
So yeah, I will probably wait then, but as it looks right now, hopefully next year will be some gigs.
I'll keep you guys in my
Excellent.
thoughts. Most definitely.
Yeah, cool.
You know, back to your band name, Steel Rhino. When I first heard the name Steel Rhino, I was thinking of Steel Panther and Steel Casket, because there's only a few bands out there that I've heard with the name Steel as the first part of the name. But you guys stood out to me as something new, something exciting to listen to. And I said, I can see these guys going places with a bunch of bands.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, would you like to elaborate a little bit more about, the other band that you're in?
Yeah, I can not tell you too much, but I can tell you that it's a 80s glam band. So it's really different from the Steel Rhino. So yeah, it's a band that started in '88, so it's pretty old.
There goes my microphone. 10 minutes.
So yeah, so it's a band that has been around in 36 years. So they are this 80s band. So we're gonna play this weekend in UK on a festival there. So yeah, it's a little bit more what do you say? It's a little bit more rock and roll, maybe Def Leppard sound, like that. Yeah.
Okay. Like Motley Crue, Def Leppard, stuff like that.
Yeah. But probably a little bit nicer.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah. more party rock and roll and like that.
Yeah, 88. I'm assuming you're not an original member.
No. No, I was born '88, so yeah, it wasn't the first gig I did.
Yeah, that's too cool. Now you get it's funny because so many people from Europe want to come here to play, and so many musicians here just want to go to Hellfest and Sweden Rock Fest.
Yeah,
which are right by you. Have you attended either?
No, actually no. But this band, it's 80s band. I can say what it. Yeah, the name is By Bang, and we had we have played 3 times. I have played 3 times at the Wacken Open Air.
Oh,
With the
nice.
yeah, and also 2 times on the Wacken cruise. This awesome metal cruise. And I think By Bang has played at Wacken 9 times, maybe.
Damn.
But yeah, it's played on the big stages. We haven't played on Hellfest or Sweden Rock, but yeah, who knows? Maybe still Rhino or By Bang will be there also.
Now the rock cruise. Do you have a separate rock cruise that goes out of Europe, or?
Yeah, this Wacken cruise. It's Wacken's own metal cruise. We have done it 2 times, and it was this time we were there in September. We were on the last time, and it went from Sweden to Finland to Germany. It's like a triangle, and then it went up a little bit more, but it stays in the upper region of Europe.
Too cool. Yeah, here we have out of Florida, there's a rock cruise. And then sometimes, I believe it leaves out of California, it's the Kiss cruise.
Yeah. Cool.
Haven't done it, but one day, maybe.
Yeah, that was would be a cool thing. Yeah, because I know some people who has been to those Kiss cruise, and yeah, they tell a lot of great stories from that. So yeah.
Yeah, I heard the last one got pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Speaking of cruises, I've always wanted to see 70,000 tons of metal, which is
Yeah.
a cruise, and also there's one called Mork, Monsters of Rock.
Monsters of Rock cruise.
Yeah, I have a friend who played at Monsters of Rock. I think it was 2 years ago, and he will play there next year also. And he said it was like it's a really awesome cruise. It's it's the Caribbean, so yeah. What can go wrong? It's like
hurricanes,
nice weather and all that. Yeah.
Bermuda Triangle.
But then I talked to another guy from another band on the last cruise now, and he were also they were playing on that cruise, and and he was like, because this Viking cruise I think we went off the boat 2 times and had a whole day in the city and the country, and I think this Mork is just leaving from Miami, and then it goes straight away to the Caribbeans, and then you have like 6-8 hours, and then it goes back again. But between there, it's like 3 days on the open water.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if you want to see things, I don't know. If you want to drink booze, drink booze and dance and listen to music, it's the right, the right boat.
Yeah, I've never thought about it. A mosh pit on a cruise. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't capsize, you'd be in trouble if that shit were to happen. Be like, oh, fuck, what happened here? Why are we all dying?
You won't believe this, but the last Kiss cruise, I know this is hard to believe, George Floyd left when it reached Mexico and flew out and didn't sign autographs.
Okay.
That's what he does best. Skips out.
Dang, a little standoffish, huh?
Very.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I drum teched a show that he was headlining, and he was just, screw that. We all had to leave to go outside when they sound checked. Which tells me they weren't as live as they were pretending to be.
No.
Is it almost like back in the day when Milli Vanilli got busted for lip syncing?
Yeah.
Was it Milli Vanilli? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, okay.
Milli and Vanilli.
Pretty good though for what they did. They got away with it quite well. I have to.
The thing with them though,
Yeah, but it's a lot of bands today that do this
Backing
Vanilla.
tracks.
Yeah. But I can tell you like this: all the bands in the world today use backing tracks. It's not a secret. All people use backing tracks because you can't sound like the album. It's impossible. Just look like Def Leppard. They put like, I think it was like 20 or 35 guitars on one track. How can two people play 35 guitars? It doesn't go that way. So yeah, everybody use backing track. Then it's just like, how much do you use backing track?
Yes.
I can see that if you use backing track and you use like, okay, I just because we are like two guitars, but we have one guitar also, but some strings and all that, but some strings and all that, or some choir, fine. But as soon as the band doesn't play anything or
Right.
sing anything and it's just backing track, then it's like Milli Vanilli again. But all the bands today use backing track. That's no secret. And it has been this. I have seen some bands that they have like played with backing tracks and then they have fucked up, and if you don't know how to don't do it, because because when you fuck up really bad.
Again with Michael from the band Steel Rhino, and this is a segment that we're now calling "Show Me Your Pet."
Yeah, and this is Rhino. His name is Rhino, so yeah, that's why I took him here.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, he's Rhino.
Now I'm a dog.
Yeah, I can say to you now, what's up, dog?
Yeah.
How old is your dog?
2 years. He's in Sweden we call it a corona dog, because when the corona hit, like everybody bought a dog here in Sweden. So yeah.
That's a sweet looking dog though.
Al's a cat lady.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm like a cat dad. You know, I like cats, but I also like dogs. You know, I like them all actually. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Every animal deserves support.
Yeah, of course.
So, Rhino, you want to start this off? We were just talking about his dog Rhino, so hey.
All right.
Yeah, what's up, dog?
I'm gonna ask this before Al does. Favorite Limp Bizkit song?
You have to discuss.
I haven't listened to
every time. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
I just know like one song. It's maybe isn't there a song called Nookie or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Al does it for the Nookie every day.
Yeah, so let's do it for that.
As I give a look at the dust in my viewing, I can't stand Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
Stop bringing it up, Rhino. So I'm gonna bring it down.
All right. All right. You have to decide now what your last meal would be. What are you chewing on when you die?
A burger.
A burger.
A hamburger. Yeah. The burger is my life. Yeah. I love.
Is beef common there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So a hamburger, fries, and some dip sauce. Yeah, and then you can like put it in. Put the needle and then it's over. Yeah.
The lethal injection, I take it.
Yeah. And then
damn, what a way to go, man! Don't do that. Shit.
You know, this is how weird they are. They sterilize the site before they put the needle in to kill you.
Yeah.
They actually take an alcohol wipe to make sure it's sterile when you die.
And also, you get the burger laced with cyanide. You're all set.
Yeah. But I saw some guy on YouTube that was trying trying last meals from death row people, and some people has really crazy food choice, and some has like nothing. So yeah, some people want to die on the top, and some want to eat just rice. So yeah, it's pretty crazy, pretty crazy.
You know, this is a question for Rhino. Whatever happened to that hamburger bun that you saved that one time? Weren't you going to sell that on eBay? Or did you want to frame it? Because it's got that shape of Fred Durst's face right there inside the middle of it.
Yeah, and you provided the mayo.
Yeah, I don't think that's mayonnaise. Fuck.
All right, real questions.
Yeah, for real, for real. What's your local music scene like, Michael? You got a lot of bands out there. Are you in Stockholm or are you in Gothenburg?
No, I'm further down south. I'm in Helsingborg. It's called Helsingborg. It's it's pretty good with bands here. It's actually a lot of bands here in Sweden. So yeah, it's gigs. Every place has some a little bit stage, and some singer songwriter sitting there with his guitar. And so yeah, there is
Nice.
a lot of music every day, and there is also these bigger venues that has always maybe some rock bands and pop bands and DJs and all that. So yeah, it's a really good music right now here in Sweden. So yeah, it's getting back from not having any.
You know, speaking of Sweden, that's where my mom's ancestors came from.
Okay.
Yeah, Al has Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
I want to get kidnapped again someday. So hey, whoever wants to kidnap me, good luck with that. I'm sorry, I'm tying myself to the door. I'm not going nowhere. You know, speaking of, you know, bands and such, what metal subgenre would you say is the most popular or in Sweden? Would you say it's death metal, thrash metal, black metal?
It probably depends on where in Sweden you are. I think the higher up you come, it's more death metal. But I think it's because we have like this the Gothenburg sound with the death metal and like that, and we have like some heavy metal bands around. So yeah, it depends on where you are. I think it's a little bit harder as north you come. But yeah, I don't know really. It's a hard question.
Yeah, I figure I'd throw that out there just because Sweden's one of the most beautiful countries that I've seen in videos, like, you know, scenery and landscapes and such. It looks just amazing.
Yeah.
Hot blonde women.
Yeah.
That's Rhino's favorite thing about Sweden are the blonde-haired chicks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he likes the chicks with dicks. No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
Rhino, what question you got? And they ain't chicks anyway.
Well,
those are mentally ill people. I had to say it.
All right. We know you're a drummer, but I do see a guitar back there. Would you like to show it to us? Tell us about it.
That one.
Yeah.
The white one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll say it.
This is the segment we call "Show Me Your Battle Axe."
Yeah, it's just a sheep. What do you call it? Les Paul. It's not a Gibson or Epiphone or nothing like that. It's like it's a German store that has their own brand. So yeah, it's a cheaper guitar, but it works when we're recording. So yeah.
Yeah, it either plays well or it doesn't. I mean, you know.
Yeah, actually, yeah. So it works.
I can almost see my face in there. And Rhino, that guitar cover looks like you as a twin. The eyeballs looking up, the eyeballs looking down. Just
Yeah.
Yeah, I do see the EMGs in there, so that works.
Yeah.
I do love the EMGs.
Yeah. I think the guitar cost like brand new, like I think it's cost like $150 maybe. Yeah, so it's not expensive, but it sounds good.
No, you can't buy pickups here for that EMGs. They're like
No,
80
no.
bucks a piece.
Yeah.
they are pretty pricey.
Yeah.
What you got, Senor Alvin?
Well, let's see what I got here, dog. Sorry, I had to say it. Anyway, Michael, I see you got some framed pictures behind you. Is there any one of those that you're proud of?
I would hope so if you put them on the wall.
Yeah, I'm thinking the Steel Rhino one really stands out.
Yeah, I have the two Steel Rhino. I think that one there is the old album, and that one over there is the new album.
Nice.
And then I have the picture of myself, because you have to have the picture of yourself, and I also have the picture of myself up there. So yeah.
Cool. That's really
I don't have any pictures of myself on the wall.
Yeah.
I used to do that back when I had Obliterated Soul. I actually had a promo picture, but it was in color, not black and white. So I put it up on the wall, and eventually I said, I'm going to take that down because that band doesn't exist no more. So
Okay.
I didn't keep it, in other words. So I threw that one in the trash and said, that's history.
Yeah.
What was it like growing up in Sweden? I mean, how is it different than American culture?
Yeah. I think it's living in Sweden is really good. We have everything. Like we have some things you don't have, and you have some things that we don't have, and but yeah, it's a nice country. Nice nature. I love America. I have been to America like 3 times. I've just been to the East Coast, but yeah, I love America, really nice. But yeah, Sweden is a nice, and yeah, it's a nice country. It's a nice country to live in. It's a nice country to be in. Yeah, it has been good to grow up in Sweden.
Now, if I'm not
Nice.
mistaken, at one time somebody told me that education is free in Sweden.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
true?
Yeah, education and what do you call it? If you get sick also, and you need to go to the hospital, you don't pay like you do in America. We have it on our, yeah, because in Sweden you pay a lot of tax, but the taxes does so the school is free, the hospital and what do you call it? Services are free. So yeah, there is some things that's pretty nice. So if you need to like an operation or surgery, you don't pay for it because it's the Swedish way. Because you have pay, yeah, because the Swedes pay a lot of tax, so the tax money goes to pay for everything. So yeah, it's really nice. So you can get the help you want here in Sweden.
I wish more countries were like that. It would make a hell of a lot more sense.
Yeah, yeah.
What you got there, Rhino?
I want to go to your two questions.
Is that
I said, I want to go to your two questions.
my two questions?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, I just asked a couple, but
Let me think then. All right. I do like this one. You get a lot of crazy answers. Past or present, you get to put two musicians and/or bands. As I said, past or present. You put them in a studio to produce one album. Who's going in that studio?
That I should record or no?
Well, no, you just get to pick two bands or two musicians, and put them in one room, one studio, and they have to put an album out together.
Okay. I would have seen. We have a Swedish guy actually who is one of the biggest songwriters in Sweden. I actually would have seen him, but I would have seen more of Paul Stanley of Kiss because he's one of the best songwriters ever, and he could write a whole album on the toilet. He's that insane writing songs, and it would be fun to see him and Ted Nugent. It would be
that would be interesting.
Yeah, interesting to see what they could come up with. Yeah, because if you take like this, the damn Yankees or what they were called, yeah, they were a pretty nice band, and they were like two different people, no, maybe four or five people writing that album, those album. So yeah. Yeah, so maybe Paul Stanley and Ted Nugent would be a really cool collaboration.
Yeah. I don't think I asked this off topic. What's your go-to tuning for the band?
Yeah, I don't tune, so yeah, because I just play drums. So yeah,
Okay. What are your guitarists tuned to? Or you don't never asked them?
I don't know. I don't know actually.
Yeah.
He tuned what
Let
he ever
them do
wanted.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. He tunes whatever he wants. I can tell you like that.
yeah, that's usually one of the questions that I like to throw out there, but I completely forgot about it. So thank you for that, I know.
Yeah, if
No
I'm
problem.
tuning the drums. Yeah, if I'm tuning the drums, maybe I tune it really hard, just to get this a little bit more noisier sound, maybe. If I want to
tell us about your kit.
Yeah, I have. I have 8 kits. So which one do you want to hear about?
Okay, let's just go with your favorite.
Yeah. Okay. So my favorite, I have actually. I have a DW that I absolutely love. That I recorded the album on. The only thing is I don't have a double bass drum on that one, so that's pretty bad. And then I have my acrylic pearl acrylic double bass drum, and that has I have had that for many years now, with some lights in it, so it sparkles and lights up and all that. So yeah, it's an awesome Christmas tree now in December. So yeah, it will be a Christmas tree also. And then I have a chromed pearl kit also, a double bass drum. And then I have one old kit I have built myself, acrylic also, a red. And then I have a double bass drum in my rehearsal room. And then I have a couple of more. So yeah, it's a lot of. But the DW is the one I play now on, and it's insane, the sound on the DW. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of nice those and D drums. I love.
Yeah.
Sonar's a good.
Absolutely. Now, what are your go-to heads?
I play with Evans drum heads, but it depends on what size and color actually. But I go with Evans when I going to buy some. But it can be Remo or something like that also. So yes, it doesn't matter actually. But I mostly go for for the Evans drum heads.
Any of your kits triggers?
No triggers.
No. Let me
So
turn
it's
it back
just
to Senior Altman.
Potato chips, that's what I got. Can't quite see them, but they're there.
yeah.
Miss Vicky's sea salt and vinegar flavor, delicious.
Salty
Nice.
vagina.
Yeah, that's how you like it, Rhino. Salty, or kind of like a ham steak for you, huh?
I did have some lamb last night. That was pretty good.
You sure that wasn't Arby's roast beef they were going down on last night?
Right. Maybe tonight.
Cut that part out. Damn. Well, hey, what's your future plans, Michael? You got any future plans that you'd like to discuss?
Yeah. No. Actually, I don't have any right now. I'm thinking of taking some time off now. Enjoy that the album is done. It's out, and I have some ideas for some new songs. In the future. So maybe I will start with those next year also. But in the future, I will just relax now.
Nice.
Take my time.
This is a question that I like to ask almost every guest. Say Rhino and I were to come over to Sweden and try some food over there. What food would you not recommend? And also, what food would you recommend?
Okay. You should not try the surströmming. It's herring. It's what do you call it? It's herring that has been in a can. Yeah, I don't know if you have seen these Swedish challenges when they open the cans and it explodes with just the liquid.
Oh.
And it smells like someone has shit in the toilet for 10 years. It's really like this smell, but it's a delicacy in Sweden. If I should recommend something, it's you couldn't go wrong with Swedish meatballs. It's one of the best in Sweden. So yeah, it's the Swedish base food that everybody eats here. So yeah, the Swedish meatballs with mashed potatoes. So yeah.
I eat them at IKEA.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that canned fish, we were just talking about that yesterday too with JB from Man Machine.
I don't know. That wasn't canned. That was the stuff that was salted, smoked, and buried.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Which I want to try.
Well, of course you do. You like weird shit. So do I, but not like that. Michael, you don't
I
look
like protein.
Huh?
I said you don't look very impressed over there by what I told Rhino, but it's okay. Rhino, I'm going to throw it back to you for a minute, man.
Let me see. My brain is. What's your go-to beverage?
Pepsi or a beer.
Pepsi.
Yeah, or beer.
I do the beer. I don't do the Pepsi. I'm sick. Almost 7 years clean of soda.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Is there a genre that you hate?
No, not really. I can listen to everything actually.
Cool. What made you play the drums? Because
Uh,
they're a lot harder to, everything about it. Your parents don't want their kids bringing drum kits home.
No, no, no. My parents didn't want me to play drums. But I got but I got a drum kit at Christmas from my grandparents. So yeah, I don't know if it was something against my parents or something like that. But yeah, I got a drum kit for Christmas, and yeah, the rest is history.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, my parents would have thrown me and the drums out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's funny
All
you
right.
guys say that, because back when I was a kid learning how to play guitar, I would turn on the amp, and the amp wouldn't even be on the level 1. And my dad could hear it from the living room somehow. He's like, turn that down, it's too loud. I'm like, it's not even up all the way. I can't
Okay.
be playing. So I turned it just a little bit louder.
Yeah.
Because and I would still get told the same shit, but I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm not allowed to practice. I'm not allowed to learn anything. But hey, here we are in 2023, and I'm still kicking ass with it.
Yeah, yeah.
And they made headphones back then, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think I had a headphone input on the amp at the time, but
I think every amp has input.
not that one. It's an old amp. But the thing is, I don't remember what kind of amp it was or whatever, but it worked for the time being. Don't get me wrong.
Turn it back to you.
Okay, Michael, if you could
Yep.
be on stage with a really well-known metal band, who would it be?
Manowar, all day,
Uh,
every day.
I could see
I
that.
think they were just here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Manowar. Fighting the World's one of my favorite songs, and the band Mystic Prophecy does a really sick cover of it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Are you familiar with that band, Mystic Prophecy?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, they're one of my favorites.
Cool. Yeah, they're good. Yeah, they're really good.
What's the next live show you plan on attending?
I haven't anything booked yet, actually. But it probably will be something soon, because we're going in this winter time here in Sweden. So yeah, it's pretty dark and all that. So we need to do something to cheer up our days. So yeah, so probably we'll find something to go and see.
Now this
Yeah,
is
before nuclear war. Yep.
Yeah.
Now, this is a question I haven't asked before, but I'll ask you, Michael, because you're the first time person that I'll ask about. Do you have a big music collection?
No, I don't have anything actually. I don't have any CDs or vinyls or nothing like that. Yeah, I just listen to like Spotify, uh, and sometimes it's just like what's come on the radio or something like that. I'm not because I think if you're gonna be a good musician, you need to listen to all of the music, because every song has something in it that will get you some ideas or something like that. So if it's pop or a rock or dance band or like something like that, it's still a song and musician. So yeah, I don't have anything. I haven't actually had any CDs in a couple of years. So yeah, I just have the Steel Rhino CDs right now. So yeah.
I dig it. You have any hobbies outside of music? You like play video games at all?
No, I fixed builded some motorcycles and all that also on the side. But I have sold everything, so I don't have anything now. So it's just the music right now.
That's really awesome. I can only imagine what it's like to make a motorcycle.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool.
All these different parts and things to twist on and make sure they're all nice and tight, like a balloon knot.
Yeah.
I'm not letting you build me a motorcycle, Al.
No, you can build your own, sir. Well, Rhino, you got any more questions, man?
Yeah, one that I kind of forgot. Who is your favorite drummer outside of
that's
you?
hard. Yeah.
Most
Uh,
influential drummer. How about that?
Most influential drummer, I would say Eric Singer from Kiss. But I don't really have any like this. Oh, this is my favorite drummer. It's more like I can take some inspirations from a lot of drummers like Tommy Lee from Motley Crue and Tommy Aldridge from Whitesnake, and so yeah, those guys. But it's mostly these 80s drummers that's stuck in my head. I don't have any of the newer guys as any favorite right now. But yeah, it's those old guys, Eric Carr and the Kiss drummers, of course. Yeah. So yeah, that's the answer.
Too cool. That sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, Al, what you got, man?
Well, I got 3 questions because we have 8 minutes left.
Yeah.
First off, I'd like to ask this one. What advice would you like to give to a beginning musician? Say it's a little kid, like about maybe 8 years old, just learning how to play drums. What advice could you give that person?
I would say just play and have fun. Don't think of becoming the world's best right in the beginning. Play and have fun. Start a band with your friends, and just have fun with it.
That's very cool. I got 2 final questions here.
Yeah.
Is there anybody that you would like to give a shout out to, or is there any fans that you would like to say hi to or anything like that?
I would say thank you to all the Steel Rhino fans that streams the songs, that shares everything I do, and buy the CD. I am super grateful for all of those guys and women. And without those people, Steel Rhino wouldn't be here. So yeah, for those people, I say thank you.
Very awesome. Before I forget, I'd like to give a shout out to David Polito from the Middleist PR. Thanks for setting up this interview.
Yeah.
You're a good guy. Thanks for everything. That's right. Well, my final question, Michael. Do you have any last words for Underground Noise Webzine?
No, keep up the good work. And yeah, it was really fun to be here and talk to you guys. And yeah, let's do it again.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
We'll definitely have you as a returning guest, man.
Yeah.
Keep it metal and stay brutal.
Yeah. And thank you for all the nice words about the album and the songs. Because when I write the album or the songs, it's hard to see what other people are gonna like. So yeah. So everybody who says that they love the songs and album is like plus in my book. And also, it's fun to hear because like everybody has their own favorite song. Like you have Judgment Day, and I have another song, and Rhino maybe has another song, and so yeah, it's fun to hear because it makes the whole album a lot more bigger because it's not just one song; it's all the songs. So yeah, thank you.
Hey, you're welcome.
Thanks for naming the band after me too.
Yeah, no problem. I will send you the check later.
I was going to tell you, thanks for a portion of your time today, Michael. It's been awesome.
Yeah, thanks,
absolutely.
Man. No problem.
Cool. Very cool.